When I first joined the Maryland General Assembly with a colleague who's now testifying before us, Delegate Taylor, and we talked about minority business in the state and some of the challenges that face us, it was very clear that unfortunately we had the deck stacked against a lot of our small minority, female, and disabled-owned businesses. And it wasn't purposeful in terms of that people wanted to keep them from getting jobs. It was just the processes that we had in place and the people that we had in place were presenting obstacles. And so I appreciate you highlighting the fact that when it comes to the legislation, and we can enact lots of legislation, as Councilmember Leventhal pointed out, but the reality is that until the mentality changes, until the thought process changes of, well, that's the way we do it, and that's what we need to keep doing to get the best bang for our constituency, automatically handicaps those minority, female, and disabled-owned businesses in assuming that they can't provide the same quality of service for the same price. And that we have changed as a county. And that's the thing that I think is most important, to your other point, in that with us having such a large minority population, and female population, by the way, and seeing those residents be the very ones who are starting their own businesses, we are subjecting them, the majority of our community, to not having access to be able to do business with our government. And that in itself is going directly opposed to what our objectives are, to what we set out each year as a budget. And so I just want to say thank you, because I think that, as what Councilmember Katz said, you are at the forefront. We've had these conversations with Mr. Dice before, and I think this is great that we've got a brand new opportunity to have these discussions again and to have this flow from the top down, to make sure that people understand that the process is not to complicate, as Mr. Robinson said, which I think is extremely important, not to complicate matters, but merely to make it more clear in terms of what our goals are and the fact that we can do this easier. And I think that the assumption had always been that that could not be done. The reality is that it can, and I think that that's all our businesses were asking for. Those minority, female, and disabled-owned businesses were never asking for some sort of leg-up special treatment. They wanted to have a fair and level playing field. And I think that we're getting to just that. And I just wanted to thank you. I wanted to thank the chair for her great work, and the GO committee who continues to think about these issues, and all the folks on the dais who really focus on these issues day in and day out, because this is a core principle of Montgomery County. This is not something that's just dealing with business, because again, we are talking about our core constituency. This is a major constituency in our county. And so we need to make sure that we keep that at the forefront in any of our discussions. Thank you, Madam Chair.